on YouTube and across our social media channels. I'm Peter Martin. We like to keep you up to date with everything that's happening, Scottish Premiership, European football, and today we're out there at the Rangers training ground because Blair Malloy is keeping a close eye on the Rangers players getting ready for that big game on Thursday night in the Europa League, of course, against Athletic Bilbao. Blair, Barry Ferguson with a big job to do to try and make sure that the form in the domestic scene is certainly not what they're going to produce on the European stage.
Yes, good morning, Peter. Live from the Rangers Training Centre, where behind me the players will be coming out just shortly to start their preparations for that massive Europa League quarter-final clash against Athletic Bilbao tomorrow night at Ibrox. As you mentioned there, they'll be looking to put that league form aside for one night as they look to continue their European exploits. It has been 5 losses in a row now at Ibrox. That is the most in the club's history. And if they're to be looking to avoid making it 6, they'll have to get by a very, very tricky Bilbao side indeed. They're currently 4th in La Liga, so Barry Ferguson will certainly know the size of the task that awaits him tomorrow night. As for the team news for tomorrow, well, we know for definite that 2 players won't be involved, Souttar and Mohammed Diomande. They're both out through suspension tomorrow evening, but Barry Ferguson, after Saturday's defeat to Hibs, he promised that there would be sweeping changes on the team. Where will that come? Well, only time will tell. Will it be Jack Butland in goal? His high-profile blunder on Saturday to cause the ire of a lot of fans. Could he be making way for perhaps Liam Kelly? Cyriel Dessers, will he start on Thursday night? He, of course, missed another hatful of chances on Saturday. So, all to see who starts on Thursday evening.
Yeah, those Rangers players will be walking behind Blair very shortly and going through a rigorous training programme. Undoubtedly, Barry Ferguson, the backroom team, which involves Billy Dodds, Neil McCann and Alan McGregor, will be working on a strategy to take on an Athletic Bilbao side. You mentioned there, Blair, they are 4th in the league. This is a team over the course of this season will have aspirations of getting into the Champions League. And let's not forget, when you look at some of the results, they've managed to knock out Roma in the Europa League. They've also managed to defeat Real Madrid at home in La Liga. So I reckon that this is going to be Rangers' toughest test, and boy, are they going to need the 12th man, which is, of course, about 50,000 Rangers supporters.
Very much so, Peter. These are very, very experienced operators at this level, Athletic Bilbao, and they'll have aspirations to go on and win this competition. You've, of course, got the Williams brothers up front. They'll be the key danger men for Bilbao. As we spoke about earlier with Jack Butland and the Rangers goals, Bilbao, they have a bit of a dilemma in their own nets. Unai Simon, who Jerry Armstrong was on the channel earlier this week talking up about a great goalkeeper. Will he start? He has not been the cup goalkeeper for this season. He's played in the league. It has instead been Julian Aguirre Zabala who's been in goal for the cup game, so we could see him. But will Ernesto Valverde, will he think about making that change and putting in a Spanish international goalkeeper for the game on Thursday? As you can see, the players are just coming out behind me now. Barry Ferguson, it'll be interesting to see as well in changes. What formation will he go with tomorrow night? He's had a lot of success in Europe with playing 5 at the back, moving into a back 3. Will we see that again? He, of course, went to a back 4 on Saturday, and that didn't quite work out for him. Missing Souttar in that back 4, that will be a huge loss in terms of stability. Could it be Leon Balogun that we see coming into that one? In terms of the 12th man, as you spoke about there, Peter, well, certainly Ibrox is going to have to be rocking. We've seen it a few years ago in the run to Seville, just how important the crowd was to Rangers to pull off those massive results. Will they be a massive factor on Thursday night? And with this Rangers team, I think you just never can tell, losing to Hibs at the weekend. But would anyone be surprised if they went and pulled off a result on Thursday night? We'll be hearing later on this afternoon from Barry Ferguson on his thoughts ahead of the game. So stay with us across PLZ Soccer.
Yeah, thank you to Blair Malloy out there watching the Rangers training, and of course he'll be there at that press conference. Barry Ferguson, a number of the players will be speaking ahead of that huge game at Ibrox. Rangers against Athletic Bilbao in the Europa League. We'll keep you up to date with that. We'll also give you a reaction from the Champions League last night on our social media channels. You'll hear from Mikel Arteta, and of course so many other games to look forward to, including the build-up to the Scottish Premiership over the weekend, that last crucial game to get into the top six, and for some teams at the bottom end of the Scottish Premiership trying to get away from relegation and the playoff place as well. It's all to play for. So many stories developing, and you'll get it right here on PLZ Soccer's YouTube channel. And of course, if you hit the subscribe button and you download the PLZ Soccer app,